there, welcome back. My name is Julie, and I am, as of yesterday, 4 weeks out from my surgery. Forced menopause with the removal of my ovaries, which were the last vestiges I had left of the reproductive system, having had a partial hysterectomy done like 5 years ago. I also had an exploratory abdominal surgery where they took out endometriosis and a bunch of scar tissue. So, 4 weeks out, meaning also 4 weeks in, which is what we're talking about today. And thank you so much for being patient with me this last week. I have not been able to post. So, 4 weeks in to forced and sudden menopause. I am age 41. I am otherwise in decent health. I am a burning down circus, but these latest symptoms, these things that I've been noticing, nothing else has changed that would cause any of them except the forced menopause. So that leads me to believe that that's where these are coming from. So there are, let's see, 3, I think, that I can think of. I've got a couple of blemishes. I asked the gynecologist about that, the OBGYN who did my procedure, and he doesn't think that that would cause it, but of course hormonal changes can affect your skin. So I've never been one to have acne or blemishes. Even as a teenager, it was minimal. That's just down to good genes, and I'm very grateful for that. But there has been just a little bit. Now, is that because of the menopause, or is it because I've been recovering and have not been as dutiful in my facial regimen? Maybe a little of both. I'm going to continue on kind of tracking it, but doing a better job of cleaning my face morning and night and moisturizing and all those things, and we'll see what happens. Now, this symptom, wow, not the skin, but this other one. I had no idea that this was a possible symptom, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I mean, I can't be. But I have looked it up, and it is absolutely a potential symptom, side effect, whatever, of forced menopause, and that is canker sores. Oh my God. All over my tongue and on the roof of my mouth. Yeah, I've had canker sores before, you know, here and there occasionally. No, oh my goodness. Did it start last week? I think it started last week, and it's been like every day it seems like there's a new canker sore. And so I've been using the canker sore medicine, and it burns, but it numbs your tongue for a little while. I mean, you slobber everywhere because hello, it's your tongue, and you need to let it like kind of set. So you're like, yeah. But it helps, and you need to be able to eat, you need to be able to drink, and you need to be able to sleep, and so you've got to medicate them, and I'm hoping that they will ease up and go away. Like I said, I did look it up online. I hadn't noticed them when I went to the doctor for my follow-up. This is, like I said, just a very recent situation, so we're going to continue treating it. I'm going to look at like some homeopathic and alternative, I don't know, treatments, whatever. But just beware, because I wasn't warned. It is one of those symptoms that you can experience with forced menopause. This is not the same, and I should have said this in the beginning. This is not the same as regular menopause. They are very different beasts. Very different, okay? Your experience going through menopause it takes like 10 or 15 years, you have perimenopause, and then, it does its thing until finally the glorious end. That's the normal way of it. Forced menopause, on the other hand, it's all very sudden, very boom. You are hitting a brick wall with those hormones, and your body is like, what the hell is going on? And it responds, okay? It responds to that sudden traumatic change in all kinds of crazy ways, in ways that I had no idea. And part of that is on me for not asking yet again what the even rare potential side effects might be of the procedure that I was having. Some of you will remember I have had the same problem when I had my gallbladder out and also my partial hysterectomy. There were so many symptoms that I ended up with, and some that are really, inconvenient and uncomfortable, that I didn't even know were possibilities. Here we go again. At least I am consistent. You can count on me being consistent. In this case, that's not necessarily the best thing. But anyway, so don't expect to have these same symptoms, even as a possibility. I'm not sure if they're even a possibility with regular, natural menopause, okay? Don't expect them to be something that you're having to worry about or think about with regular menopause. And then also, if you've gone through regular menopause and you're hearing this and you're like, well, I didn't go through that. Well, you went through regular menopause, and they are two different animals, apples and oranges. Yes, it's, the female body. Yes, it's the cessation of fertility and hormone production and all of that, but very different. Very different. You can land a plane and you can crash a plane. My plane crashed and kind of burned. So luckily there were survivors. Okay. So that just needs to be clarified. This is a symptom of forced menopause. Now, what symptoms do I not have? And then we'll get to the third symptom that I was talking about, but it's juicy, so we're saving that to the end. All right. I have not had hot flashes, not enough that it would be noticeable. I get warm, I overheat, but I've always done that. It's kind of a side effect, symptom, whatever, of my extreme IgE, which is my propensity for allergic reactions. I do overheat. When there's temperature changes, whether high or low, things happen. My body does that. So I don't know that I can really say there's been any kind of noticeable change in that I'm not already familiar with. So hallelujah, no crazy hot flashes, debilitating hot flashes. Nope, none of that. Yay! All right, another one that I had been warned of just for regular menopause and just going through menopause at all was vaginal dryness. Hasn't been a problem. Not a problem. No weird changes as far as urinating, no weird discharges, and everything still feels nice and lubricated, good to go. Other than the kind of blemishes, there hasn't been any other major skin change. I know that that's definitely a possibility and something that people do deal with is skin changes. Hasn't been a problem. Lack of energy? No, as long as I go to sleep when I'm supposed to. In fact, I could say that's the one other thing that I hadn't thought of or hadn't really realized is that I am having, let me fix this braid. Sorry, that's bugging me. One other thing that I actually, now that I think about it, that has been happening. I'm having a hard time going to sleep. I don't know. Could that be because I have too much going on and there's stress and there's things and whatever? Yes, it could, but it has only been recently that this has become a consistent, significant problem. So is it due to forced menopause? I don't know for sure. I don't know, but stay tuned. We'll keep tracking it. I also have not had any vision changes or dry eye or any of these weird things that I've heard about. No cognitive changes, declines, anything like that. So those are some of the things that I had heard about, that I'd been warned about. They have not been a problem. Hallelujah, I am grateful. Again, we are 4 weeks out. We've got a long road ahead, hopefully. And we'll continue to track it. I do want to update on this in another 4 weeks. That way we'll have had the recovery time and then also another month to kind of track those different things. But now to the juicy bits. All right, real quick, Ellen, this would be the time to click off of this video. I'm not going to go into too many details, but you don't want to hear about your son and his wife. Thank you for the love and support and for watching my videos. You're fabulous. I'm not going to go into too much detail because the marital boudoir is a place of ultimate privacy and sanctity. I am just going to say, though, nothing wrong in that department. I had heard that that's definitely a potential side effect for regular and forced menopause. Hallelujah, that has not been a problem for me. Like I said, there's no dryness. Everything's still nice and moist. There's no discomfort. I've also pushed out 3 kids. So maybe because everything's kind of loosey-goosey as compared to, my 20-year-old virgin self, maybe that's part of it. I don't know. I had heard and was terrified of the fact that that's kind of a thing that you lose in menopause and forced menopause, that all those systems kind of shut on down because there's no longer, the baby making operation going on, and that some cruel aspect of evolution said, well, once you're done making babies, you don't need to enjoy having sex anymore. That's ridiculous. And for those, believers, why would your divine entity do something so cruel? I don't get it. But here, the godless wonder is still enjoying that part of my life. And I don't know, it's even better than before. Better than before. Okay, now that I have laid all that out on the table, what about you? If you have gone through menopause, or even more specifically, forced sudden menopause, what did you experience? How was your healing process? What kind of symptoms and side effects and results did you experience or not experience? And did the boogie get better after menopause or forced menopause? Let me know. I am ready for the juicy details in the comments below. Okay, that's all I've got for today. I've got more cleaning to do. I got a kitty to play with. She's taking a nap and I desperately want to wake her up. That's not a nice thing to do. It was the same when I had my babies. I would want to wake them up and play with them. Even when I hadn't slept in 3 weeks and was hallucinating, I still wanted to wake them up and just... Anyway, have a great day. We'll see you soon.